keep on rocking in the free world.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
As we go to the Penfolds Roofing and Solar Weather Center to check in with meteorologist Michael Coos, I'm having a good chuckle here because I'm looking at our temperature gauge in the newsroom. It just went down by like 2 degrees, but that's probably not the case for today, isn't it?
No, maybe there's a seagull sitting on top of it.
That's got it, yeah.
He's got his wings out,
Darn.
and just shielding it a little bit. You know what? There's the potential to get a little bit of a breeze from offshore and shoot in and cool things down. And we saw a little bit of that yesterday. It will be cooler down by the water, and if you do need a break, that's the place to be. 25, 26 degrees shoreside. But even that 26 is going to feel in the low 30s. Inland, where actual temperatures of 32 degrees, feeling about 36 with the humidity. It's pretty much all sunshine today. We will get a tiny bit of a break tomorrow with a wave of cloud moving through mid to late morning, early afternoon, and then all sunshine after that. I'm calling for highs of 24 to 29. Still sunny and hot on Wednesday, pushing 30 degrees. Same story Thursday. A little bit more cloud cover coming on Thursday with a chance for a few showers for Friday. No risk of rain today. It's all heat. It's already 29 degrees in Port Coquitlam. It's 26 degrees in North Vancouver. Your daytime high is warm as 32. Traffic and weather for Capital Direct.
All right, well, it is 29 where I am right now, and it's going to get over 30 again today. And I just pulled into another spot. So this time I got a spot in the shade with tall trees. There's actually a river just past those benches there. And so there's quite a bit of breeze down here. It's nice, but I wanted a place with some high clearance so I can get up on my roof deck and do some measurements for some things that I'm building up there that you're gonna love. Anyways, so it's gonna be nice. I'll get up on the roof deck here in the shade with the breeze coming off the river, and I'll do my best to stay cool. And if it does get hot, I'll just jump in the shower and have a cold shower. But I'll tell you something. Yesterday at one point, it was 32, 33 degrees outside. My wall thermometer in the back was 24 degrees, so much more bearable. So yeah, this van kicks ass in the heat. That's all I can say. I'm off today, and yeah, as you heard there, it is another hot one. So I am in the shade, right near a river, and it's bearable here. My legs are very sunburnt from the last couple outings I had over the weekend, so I am leaving my pants on today because it doesn't seem to matter how much sunscreen I put on. I burn I burn really fast, especially on my legs. My arms, though, they're always tanned because as you know, I drive a truck for a living, so I'm always in the sun, especially my left arm. Anyways, one of the things that's an advantage to this time of year too, though, is that for those of you that are power heavy, you've always got power because it's sunny, it's nice, and if you got any solar panels on your RV, you're good to go. And I get asked all the time, my God, Justin, you must have tons of solar. You must have this crazy complicated setup, and they're always surprised to hear that no, I've got probably the most basic setup you could imagine. At the moment, I have a 100 watt panel on the front that was sent to me by a company. I did a review on it. Installed it, I don't know, about a year ago? Yeah, it was during a music festival last summer. I put it on the roof. And then I have two 40 watt panels on the back of the van facing backwards, which catches sunrise and sunset and whenever I'm parked the right way. So 80 watts on the back, 100 watts on the top. So at any given time, probably getting maybe 60, 70, 80 watts at the most from either of those setups. But anyways, that's what I've learned over the years, and my very first van that I ever had solar on, I didn't realize how simple it was. It's really just a battery charger. So if you've ever clipped a battery charger to a car battery and plugged it in, that's how simple solar is. And that's all it is, really. It's just a slower, more of a trickle charger, and it works weather permitting. But the first time I did it, I didn't know any of this. I was young, and I thought it was some big complicated thing, and so I paid a damn RV shop to do it. They charge you an arm and a leg to put 80 watts of power on my roof, and they're like, that's all you need for your needs. That's all you need. And I have learned over the years that really is all I need. There's a big truck coming, so I'm gonna let it go by because it's gonna get loud. All right. So that being said, I have had 200-300 watts on some of the vans over the years. What I've learned to do, the best thing to do, is not just have a whole crap load of solar all in one spot on your roof, but to spread it out and have solar panel on the front, have one on the back, have them on the sides, have them, because the sun is always in a different place. And every time, and I drive every day, and a lot of people who live this lifestyle, especially in the cities, they move every single day. So the sun's in a different place hitting your vehicle. Sometimes it's hitting the back, the front, the sides, the roof. And even if they're on the roof, I recommend angling them if you can, depending on where you are and where the sun is on the horizon, your part of the world. And I've done that with my previous vehicles. So I still stick to I don't need more than 80 watts a rule, but I try to spread it out. For example, I now have about that much power on the front of my van. I have about that much power available on the back of my van if the sun's on the back. I would like to have some on the sides too. I'm working on some ideas for that. And have it spread out. So that way, even if you've got 400 watts of solar panels spread out all over the van, you're never going to get it all at once. But as the sun moves around your vehicle, and as you move your vehicle, you're always getting at least that minimum, and you're getting a nice, decent trickle charge. And it's been more than enough for me. I mean, unless you're a homeless dodo and you don't work at all. I work, right? So when I get off work at 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, the sun's out all day, everything's charged up. I never have to worry about it. I'm not using any power during the day. And then at night, I really don't use much power anyways. I've shown you guys my batteries in the back of this van. This thing has like 7 batteries, and I can get away with 2 just fine. I had 2 in my last one. I had 2 in the RV before that. You know, one's a little light, especially during winter. Especially if you're in a factory RV that has a fan furnace, you need more power. But other than that, I don't really have anything that uses much power. And I do that on purpose. I don't need any of that stuff, nor do I even desire any of that stuff. I think my residential tower speakers, my stereo system in the back, probably use more power than anything else I own. And it's still very minimal. You don't actually use, like, they're rated for like 300 watts. They wouldn't use that much unless you like had it on full blast all the time or something like that, you know. But I mean, I sometimes fall asleep with the damn things on, and they don't hurt my batteries at all. I've got LED lighting, so it's minimal. I mean, you can run LED lights off AA batteries, you know. So having them wired into your RV batteries, it's a no-brainer. It's not going to use anything. You don't really have to worry about it. Even if you have no solar panels, just plug in once every couple of weeks and charge up at a friend's house or at work or wherever you can. It would be the same thing as having solar panels on your roof trickle charging all day. That's basically what it equals to. And that's what happens in the winter. See, around here we don't get much snow, but we get rain, and you get a lot of gray days, so you don't get as much charge off your panels. But I found all I had to do was plug in about once every 2 weeks and charge them up. And that's easy to do at work or at a friend's house, or if you don't have friends around, maybe you got family around, there's always somewhere you can find a plug. You don't have to do it every night. But I don't really have anything else other than like a cell phone charger. I have an inverter, which I use for my residential speakers, and I also use to charge my laptop up, but I use that maybe once a week. So it's one of those things too. Even if I couldn't do that, I just bring it into work and charge it up if I needed to. So I just find the less stuff I have, the happier I am. And I think that really goes along with the vast majority of people doing this lifestyle. It's all about minimalism, and the less you have, the more you live. And I'm not so worried about the inside. I'm not so worried about making the inside like to be the same as an apartment with all the creature comforts and all the things you think you need. But in reality, I'm sitting outside right now on a beautiful day. Well, most people are in their houses or apartments or their basements staring at a computer screen. I would rather be here. I would rather be right here any day of the week than what those people are doing, or sitting up on my deck, parked by the beach, whatever. So the lifestyle's different in that way because you're outside more, especially when the weather's nice, and you don't need power. And in the winter, sure, I'm inside a lot more, but it's a very small space to heat compared to a house, and all my lighting is super efficient, and you know, and you got propane for heat, or a wood stove in some cases. So I went through the whole, I need an RV with generator, with all these batteries, with all the solar, with all the toys, and none of it gave me any happiness whatsoever. Oh, look, it's a driving school truck. A lot of the big semis they do their training around here. Anyways, I realized that none of those things gave me any happiness in life whatsoever. I would much rather sit out in a park and just enjoy Mother Nature, be out in the sunshine. I don't want to be locked inside all the time, and I don't need a whole bunch of things. You know, what's that saying? Less stuff, more freedom. Like, just think. You know, we're talking about how much solar you think you need. There's a big difference between want and need. And this is one thing. Once you have your 5,000 watts of solar and your big screen and all these things you think you need, later on you're going to realize, geez, I really didn't need any of that, or I barely use it, or, you know, I found better things to do because I don't have that. And yeah, so I really don't have much, guys. I have, like, at most, again, 50, 60, 70, maybe 80 watts of direct sun for a little while right on top of one of my panels. Maybe I'll get that much, but you don't actually get what your panels are rated for. You're only going to get a portion of that. So anyways, what I'm saying is that's all I need. And I spread it out front to back, sides, whatever. I have a whole bunch of 40 watt little panels that the van came with. I haven't even installed. There's still 6 more sitting in the van. I haven't installed yet because I really just don't need them. I got 80 watts on the back, 100 watts on the roof. Yeah. So there you go. I don't know if that surprises any of you watching this, but it has surprised a few people. I think they're mostly people that don't live this lifestyle, and they're people living in houses and stuff. They're asking me this. They're like, oh, that's all you need? Really? Oh, however do you survive? Well, I don't know. I mean, but how many tens of hundreds of millions of people on this planet don't have any electricity and walk all day just to get drinking water? And you're worried about whether you have enough solar power to power your gaming laptop or something? Like, come on. Priorities in life. Yeah, I'm happy with what I have is what I'm saying, and less is more. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Warning, Just Incredible TV is not gluten-free. Click that subscribe button below and make vanlife